When a narcissist gets their karma, this assures their downfall. Everyone, have you ever thought about what happens when a narcissist finally gets their just desserts? Is it even possible for them to receive their karma? Today, we're going to dive right into this topic and explore the fascinating world of consequences. The truth is that in almost every case I've come across, everyone has to face the music for the good or bad things they've done. This applies to narcissists as well. But here's the catch. Most people have a really bizarre understanding of karma. They think it's something mystical, something that only hippies dressed in tie-dye clothes can understand, spouting about magical words and ancient powers. Excuse me, what? That couldn't be farther from the truth. From a Buddhist perspective, karma is simply the result of your actions, good or bad. And that consequence is not determined by some magical force. It's the world's way of maintaining balance, of ensuring that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So, in this video, we're going to explore the possibility of a narcissist getting hit with their own karma and what that really means. But wait, before we jump in, let me tell you that I've got a free course on narcissism that you might want to check out. See the description box for more details. So, will the narcissistic get what they deserve through karma? The answer lies in the high probability that they will undoubtedly face their consequences for their actions. As I said before, karma is the law of action and reaction, the cause and effect of life's decisions. So, allow me to elaborate further as to why the narcissist's deeds will bring karma upon themselves. Each person is born with a unique karma, like a soldier predestined to serve their country and endure the pain of war. However, should they abandon the battlefield and enter a Buddhist monastery, they eliminate the potential of experiencing the karma of war and its aftermath. Karma adheres to the actions we take, shaping our destinies accordingly, and the narcissist is no exception. The hidden truth behind life dwells in our ability to alter our karma to some degree. The permutation of perception. One of the few aspects of life we can alter is our perception and acceptance of situations. Even the narcissistic individual can shift their cognitive approach, but due to their personality disorder, it's undoubtedly a Herculean task. It's arduous to change ordinary people, let alone an individual with a neurological condition or an alternately functioning brain. Research reveals that psychopaths, for example, do not experience fear and guilt in some situations where a regular person would. Various parts of their brain perceive and react differently. However, should you adopt a Buddhist perspective, it can aid you in comprehending the true foundation of karma whilst dealing with a narcissist. Adherence to this view wouldn't mirror the narcissistic individual's incriminating behaviors on them, as they are already setting up their trail of consequences through their actions. Narcissists often adopt a cavalier attitude in many aspects. Often, we may believe they are extremely clever individuals, but their traits exhibit significant weaknesses. They are unable to sense emotions, causing them to fumble in adverse situations. As a former victim to my narcissistic acquaintance, I distinctly recall the bizarre stories they shared, each mimicking a never-ending drama. I couldn't believe they kept finding themselves in such situations, whereas my life seemed uneventful in comparison. Simple routines such as going to work, grocery shopping, and heading home never led to life and death confrontations, unlike the weekly saga of the narcissist. That is their karma. Transforming negativity into positivity. If you believe the narcissist is relishing in success, think again. When negative energy pours upon a Buddhist monk, they don't receive it conventionally, but in a way that seems almost magical. They mutter, "Bad things are happening to me." However, they don't allow it to define them. They comprehend that those moments are mere fragments of life's grander scheme, transcending it beyond its common limits. Rather than introducing destructive actions and emotions towards others, they absorb the negative stimulus and transform it within their mind and body into positive energy. The training required is exhausting, but it's feasible. So, long story short, the transformation of negative experience with the narcissist into a positive one laid the foundation for quicker recovery. It wasn't a walk in the park, but a testing journey. I plunged into a void of hopelessness, suffering the darkest in my life solely due to the narcissist. Although in the end, I transitioned those adverse times into an invaluable life lesson. The person I'm today is stronger, more intellectually capable, and emotionally resilient. My transformation essence was powerful enough to mutate negativity into positivity. It's an adage I can't stop repeating, even though others may find it perplexing, but I can say that the narcissist holds a place as my life educator. They possess an exasperating talent for triggering our most delicate buttons, and mine had a field day. She sneakily lodged that knife between my shoulder blades and commenced gleaming every irritating and unremarkable aspect of my life. She paid close attention to ensure I was aware of them, scrutinizing me like a schoolyard bully, aiming to drag me down to her lowly level. Yet dwelling on that monotonous reality wasn't an option for me for long. Trust me, I subjected myself to extended bouts of inner turmoil, but then another technique from the Buddhists washed over me. Those ideas you cling to, they never existed before your exposure to the narcissist. You need not internalize them. You don't have to indulge the notion that you're an abominable human being. Indeed, anyone who consciously attempts to love a narcissist possesses a trait that's scarce in this world. You are an incredibly compassionate soul, willing to extend care beyond practical measures. Maybe, to that person who didn't understand the often overlooked value of that affection, it was all for naught. Still, visualize how much good someone deserving and who truly reciprocates that kindness would do with it. You see, when it comes to narcissists and their karma, there's something even more important that everyone forgets about. Something that's even more vital than the narcissist getting what's coming to them. So listen up, because the question that needs to be addressed isn't when the narcissist will finally get hit by their own karma. No, the real question that you should be asking yourself is this: when will you finally start your own healing journey? You've been through so much, and it's time to take the reins of your life and start to heal from the wounds that the narcissist inflicted upon you. You deserve to feel whole again and be able to live a life free of the pain and suffering that they brought into your world. So, friends, as this video comes to a close, take a deep breath and know that your healing journey is just beginning. I want you to know that I'm here for you, to support you through it all. And until next time, let's start this journey together and let the healing begin.
So everyone, as you all know, narcissism is a personality disorder characterized by an exaggerated sense of self-importance, a deep need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. Those who suffer from narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD, tend to exhibit behaviors such as grandiose thinking, entitlement, and a tendency to exploit others for personal gain. While it may seem as though these individuals are invincible, the reality is that the universe has a way of balancing things out, and their karma will eventually catch up with them. One of the biggest reasons why narcissists tend to fall from grace is their lack of empathy. People who live their lives solely for themselves tend to lose touch with the world around them and the people in it. They don't understand the concept of doing good and instead focus solely on their own self-serving agendas. Eventually, their superficiality will put them in situations where they will have nothing but their own self-obsession to rely on. This will lead to a loss of support from those around them and leave them stranded with nowhere to go. Another downfall of narcissism is the belief in their invincibility. Narcissists tend to see themselves as infallible, godlike beings that can't be stopped. While this may at times beguile others, the truth is that their egotism will ultimately lead to their downfall. Believing that they are impervious to any wrong or damage, narcissists tend to take unnecessary and unfounded risks in both their personal and professional lives. These kinds of risks can often lead to catastrophic failure. Narcissists also tend to be highly impulsive and act without thinking. They tend to do whatever they feel like at the moment without regard for the consequences of their actions. This impulsiveness often leads them down a path of self-destruction. Those with NPD tend to engage in self-destructive behaviors such as excessive drinking, drug abuse, and other risky activities, just to mention some of it. These behaviors can lead to lasting and debilitating consequences such as health problems and and personal setback. Narcissists also tend to be extremely superficial in their relationship. They use people around them to serve their own needs and tend to view others as mere objects to be manipulated or exploited. This type of behavior can lead to extreme loneliness as they alienate those close to them. Their interpersonal relationships begin to unravel as people around them tire of being used and discarded. As they fall deeper into this behavioral pattern, they lose the ability to connect with others on a deeper level and find themselves all alone. And all the core of all these issues is the narcissist's inability to see and appreciate others as human beings. They tend to view themselves as superior and everyone else as inferior. This type of thinking not only leads to a loss of empathy and compassion, it also sets the stage for all fall from grace. The universe has a way of balancing things out, and ultimately the narcissist's karma will come back to them. In conclusion, narcissism can be a stumbling block to anyone who suffers from it. It isolates people from their surroundings and ultimately creates an untenable situation. Those who fall under this category should reconsider their outlook on life and strive to recognize the humanity within themselves and others. By doing so, they can avoid the potential for reckoning that their destructive behavior will eventually cause. Well, I think this is what I can say about narcissists and karma. I hope this information is useful for you in some way. Please don't hesitate to write your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below if you have anything to add into this discussion. And until next time, have a nice day everyone.